Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and I just record most of this video, but I didn't press recording. So I'm sitting here in this old olive grove, and you can probably hear not only me but also the cicadas, because it's hot Croatian summer. I had to hide somewhere, find some spot where I can be without being disturbed. There's so many tourists now, you know, so we staying for another couple of days, and then we are going to go away from Croatia for time being because it's too many people. But I wanted to show you this beautiful Superlunaris Tarot deck, and this one got for me for a review. And again, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows, because I sometimes get comments that, you know, I rarely criticize decks, and I have a different approach on my channel. I'm not taking all the decks for review. I don't want all the decks. I'm not interested in all the decks. I only take decks that I like, that I want to have, and that are interesting or that I'm curious about. So there is a small percentage of times when I'm like, get a deck and I'm like, oh, it's actually a total miss, but there was something that interested me in it. So on my channel you will only see decks that I am happy with, that I'm excited about, that I like, because, you know, I don't need millions of decks on my shelf that I don't like just for the sake of doing a review. So there's all the other different channels that, you know, talk about all these different mass media, mass-produced decks that can, you know, voice their opinions, pro and cons and so on. I will just share decks that I like and that I want to have and that I think that are valuable or interesting or have something to offer and add to our tarot community. So just as a disclaimer. So here we have this beautiful, this Superlunaris comes with this cool box, and I love it. It's easy to use, it's well made, it's sturdy. I will definitely, you know, use the box. It comes with the fold out with just the keywords for the cards. And the paper is really great. It comes with this gorgeous gilding. You can shuffle the deck if you want. And I'm just excited that the cards are getting a little bit thinner. I'm really not keen on 400 GSM or like 300 whatever. I don't know what is the lowest, but you know, when the cardstock is so thick that you can't do anything with it. So this one gets the bend, but it's not bending from overuse. It's still, you know, you can use it this way as well, and it's not bending on you. It's really, really good. I really enjoy it. It feels good, doesn't have frames. And let's just go through the cards now. I shared some of my favorite cards of this deck on Instagram as well, like this Knight of Pentacles. It's quite beautiful actually. I love this Magician. And this deck is fairly inclusive. It's very inclusive. It's an inclusive deck. It has different body shapes. It has different levels of ability. It has different skin colors, different cultures. I'm a little bit maybe disappointed only with the kind of court cards, that the kings have this old traditional look to them, because otherwise the deck is fairly modern, like it's a bit different. So I wish they maybe use something a bit more modern to represent the regalia of a king. But other than that, you know, look at this Empress, like really beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. So it's quite a modern deck, and I think for people who like Rider-Waite-Smith, it's a cool rendition of Rider-Waite-Smith. And it's a photographic deck, but the art, like they reworked the cards, that it has like this fluidity to it. It feels a little bit like it has this watercolor layer or something. So it's a mix of various kind of probably various styles. But I really like the modern take, and I wish they did it with the court cards as well. And there's the Hierophant, 8 of Wands, of course, 10 of Cups. So that's quite modern, right, for the Hangman. So it's like a mix. It's not really maybe coherent in that modernity, because this one we have again the Knight. And I would prefer if there was like just like a modern approach. I think that would be cool, like what Pixie Curio did with her Lightseers deck as well. I think these decks are great to use for client readings when the readings are set to be about more kind of down-to-earth issues, you know, and these decks read really well then, because the clients relate to the images. They find them easy to kind of, they are relatable. People find them easy to find themselves in those images. And I think this deck also will be a great reader for this type of, you know, readings and approach. For people who don't like, I love this Judgment. It's really beautiful. It's like really going, you know, this alignment with the higher self or with your calling. Also this transition, like rebirth, reimagining of your life. Beautiful different cultures. That's really lovely. Also, you know, the kind of gender identity in Temperance, I think that looks pretty cool. I love this Page of Swords. Page of Swords is usually not my favorite card, but this one is just somehow beautiful. The moodiness of some cards is lovely. Devil, yeah, for me, whatever. But here we have Nine of Cups. Pages are really great. I love pages. And I just wish they did something like this with the Kings. The Queen of Wands, I love her. She's definitely one of my favorite cards. You know, the different body shapes, also lovely. Page, again, really beautiful. And the King, you know, I don't know, it just doesn't fit. Oh, but this High Priestess, I love her so much. I think she's definitely one of my favorite High Priestesses ever. And that she's aged like Crone Woman, I love it. So here we have all this different, and you know, this is quite modern, right? So this Knight of Swords, really cool. That's an interesting take of Four of Coins. That Justice, right? Isn't it interesting for the Justice? Justice usually so emotionless, so dispassionate. And she feels quite, you know, just, but quite like approachable in some way too. And then we're back to the King, which again, not my favorite. Gorgeous light here in Four of Swords. Really kind of this watercolory feeling, the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my God, this Two of Cups. I just love it. I received also this kind of like a photo. Isn't it beautiful? There's just something so gorgeous, like the self-love of Two of Cups. I really like this. The Tower, fairly traditional. Knight of Wands. This Five of Pentacles. So as you can see, it's very, very close to Rider-Waite. I love this. It's very moving. When I saw it first time I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, it hits. And I love that rainbow, that there is always some hope. That's beautiful take on it. We have Chariot with different levels of abilities. There's Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, really cool. That feels good too. The Fool. The Star is not my favorite. I don't know I'm not, like, it's a beautiful image, but there's something that annoys me about the posture of hers. I don't know, I'm just not feeling the Star here. But this is lovely. I love the Eight of Pentacles. The Moon is really beautiful, kind of simple, you know, and just the blue. I love that. Somebody asked, is it you, Kasia? It feels like it's me, you know. When I saw it as well, I was like, that's me. So the Lovers, I think they were thinking how to fit everyone into the Lovers card. So you have different skin colors. You can be 2 men, 2 women, 2 heterosexuals. I think that's where they came from. I think it's hard to create some cards right now. And that's why I think there should be a freedom in just decks being decks, and people who feel like they can embrace that inclusivity in like respectful way, like this deck should go for it. Like, how beautiful is this world? I just love it. But sometimes people struggle so much, and then people should just do their lives how they see, you know, their lives, and just depict it. I love this, gorgeous. So I think I have to really applaud these guys from Superlunaris, you know, because they did a really great job on inclusivity. My only, as I said, critique would be just that some of the court cards, especially the kings, I would prefer to see a little bit more modern rather than that, you know, in this traditional way. But aside of this, this is really a great deck for like day-to-day readings, I would assume. I haven't used it for clients yet. I tried on myself a few times, and you know, it works great. And the cards look really nice together. So yeah, I hope that for people who like Rider-Waite Smith system, this is something for you to take a look at least. And yeah, well done, people from Superlunaris. It's really a great effort on inclusive decks, and I think the execution of the deck is also very beautiful and just good quality. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, say goodbye to the beautiful grove. And I've got to go home now and get some water because I forgot water and it's really getting hot. Bye.